welcome to Brisbane in Queensland, and I'm here today because I'm about to fly on a pretty interesting airline indeed. Let me explain a bit more. Right, you might remember the last time I was here in Brisbane, I flew on an airline called Rex Regional Express. It's called Regional Express because they generally do regional flights on little turboprop planes around sort of rural parts, tiny little towns all around Australia. But it turns out they've got some 737s in their fleet as well, and they fly them between the big cities, so effectively between Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, the kind of big cities here in Australia. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're taking a flight on one of their 737s from here in, where are we, Brisbane, down the coast to Sydney, and we're trying out the business class, which I've heard some really good things about. So yeah, have a bite to eat because there's no lounge here for Rex in Brisbane at the minute, but we're going to have a bite to eat and then we'll go and head to the plane. Alright, so plane's here. It's a 17-and-a-half-year-old 737-800. It was originally delivered, this one, to Virgin Australia back in 2005. Flew with them for ages, and then Rex picked her up a couple of years ago. I've been flying out ever since, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like on board. I've heard some quite interesting things about their product on board, so it's going to be nice to see what they're like when we get on board. Rex I find a really interesting airline because, as you've seen in my other video before, they fly, and their bread and butter for many years was these little kind of turboprop planes connecting these tiny little communities out in the middle of nowhere. Then a few years ago they picked up some 737s, and they're fast starting to develop their route network with these to compete alongside like Qantas and Virgin Australia here in Australia between all the sort of major cities. So it's going to be interesting to see what the service is like on this and see what that transformation is like from the sort of regional turboprop-y type routes to these, the 737s. So yeah, let's go and get on board. Alright, and then time to go and get on board the Rex 737-800 and figure out what they're like. Let's go. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you today?
I'm very good, thank you.
That's good, welcome to Express Road to be on the right. We'll be with you very shortly.
Thank you. Alright, so welcome on board the Rex 737-800 business class. It's basically Virgin Australia. It's still got the same cabin as Virgin had, which isn't really surprising since it was a Virgin plane for so many years. But here, in seat 1A, the seat of champions. And a nice sneaky little peek into the jet bridge as well. So yeah, should be a good ride down. About 2 hours, I think, down to Sydney tonight. All good. Alright, so pre-takeoff drinks, very nice. Just gone for an orange juice, that's quite nice. And there's free Wi-Fi as well for up here in the business class. It's quite nice, isn't it? Try that out in a bit. So we have started our taxi out. We're sort of just holding short at the end of the runway at the minute because there is a big badass weather system just in the way of our departure. We're taking off sort of from right to left as you're looking at it there, but then we have to make a right turn or a left turn straight into the heart of that massive wall of storm there. So yeah, I can see why they're wanting to hold short a little bit. So we're just basically holding here for a few minutes, and hopefully we'll be getting away very soon. Fingers crossed. Our route today then took us directly out to the east off Brisbane before making a right turn to the south and flying all the way down off the coast of Australia to Sydney. Flight time today was 1 hour and 40 minutes, cruising at 38,000 feet. Alright then, so airborne from Brisbane, saying goodbye to Brisbane there, or some island just off the coast. We've sort of taken off towards the north. I've got a feeling we're going to go quite a way out and try and get around this weather because it didn't look very nice, and it's the same weather system that we flew through on my last flight into Brisbane on the Fokker 100, which was, again, it was fun for me. I enjoyed it, but I don't think that many of the other passengers did. So yeah, we'll see. We're sort of manoeuvring around quite a bit at the moment, trying to get around this weather, so who knows where we'll end up. It's like a magical mystery tour. Alright, so we're past all the turbulence and everything now, and we've just got our meal. Now bear in mind, this is a 1 hour flight down to Sydney tonight. And up here in business class we get a full meal, a full hot meal. So let's see what's in the meal and see what we get. Looks quite nice. Alright, so we have the beef with mashed potato and greens, and we have a cob that's warm and soft, which is nice, and a little bit of a cake as well. Let's try this, see what it's like. Oh my goodness, that is incredible. It's like restaurant quality food. This is a 1 hour flight. 1 hour, just down to Sydney. This is like a hop between Washington DC and New York, or Manchester and London, or something like that. 1 hour flight. Incredible. Hello?
What in the world are you wearing?
I'm a lord now. I'm Lord Noel Phillips.
Well, you've been a lord for a long time, mate, but not that kind.
Not that kind of lord, no. Thanks to established titles, you can refer to me, please, as my lord, Lord Noel Phillips.
Right, well, can you move? Because, I need to come in.
Actually, it should be, can you move, my lord?
Right, can you move, or I'm going to knee in the nuts?
Okay, I'm moving.
Thank you.
Established titles is a great way to help protect the environment while having a little bit of fun in the process. In exchange for dedicating your plot of land in Edelston, Scotland, you get to help preserve the woodlands and also get a fun novelty gift and the ability to call yourself a lord or a lady, even if not everybody will accept that. They work with global charities One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future, who have planted tens of thousands of trees next to established titles. Yes, you are not going to become an official Lord of the Realm, nor do I think that the royal family will accept you as an heir to the throne or anything like that on the basis of buying a lordship, but it's a great way to help protect the environment and have a little bit of fun at the same time. Established Titles is running a massive holiday sale at the moment, giving you 10% off your title pack when you use my promo code Noel at establishedtitles.com/Noel. I know that a lot of people are probably going to say, well, there's nothing new about Rex, they've been going for donkey's years, and yeah, that's true, they have. They've been flying the Saab 340s around regional Australia for absolutely ages, but I would argue that this 737 operation that they've been running for the last year or so, since COVID, really is a game changer, and it really is a fantastic new airline operating here, even though it's the same company that operates in the regional flights. It's effectively a brand new airline. It's a new competitor to Qantas and Virgin Australia on those key routes between Sydney and Melbourne and Brisbane and other big cities like that. And I can really see Rex, with this service that they're providing, I can really see them growing massively and becoming a really real force as a sort of third airline operator in this part of the world. It's a real competition for the existing big boys of Virgin and Qantas, and I really do wish them all the best, because it is a fantastic product they've got, albeit quite small at the moment, but it's growing fast, and I think they're growing at a good pace, really. Let's face it, they've had the Saabs for a long time now. It was a logical next step for them to get the 737s, and who knows what the future will bring. They've just announced a partnership with Delta Airlines, for instance, operating flights on a codeshare basis with them over here. That's massive as well, and I think that the future is really bright for Rex, and I can't wait to see what happens with them next. Welcome back to Sydney. We call Brisbane Brizzy. Is this Sydney? Or Sidders? I don't know. Australians are weird. Not really. Welcome back to Sydney. Sidders, as I'm going to call it. A great flight there, wasn't it? With Rex. Proper enjoyed that on their 737s. I really do. Wish them all the best as they go forward, and hopefully expand further across Australia with more aircraft. Who knows? Let's see what happens. If that service is anything to go by, then they were just amazing and they'll do really well. I'm off to get some sleep now. It's been a long old day today, but thank you so much for watching. As always, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.